Welcome back. You're still with us on Startup Street. Climate tech company FluxGen has raised 28 crore rupees in a pre-Series A funding round led by IA and Alpha Fund. The round also saw participation from Rainmatter, Gamescraft Technologies, Intersection Ventures and Force Ventures, along with existing investors Axela Ventures and Arali Ventures. Co-founded in 2021, FluxGen provides end-to-end water intelligence solutions. Joining me now to discuss this further is Ganesh Shankar, the founder and CEO of FluxGen. Ganesh, thank you so much for joining us on Startup Street today. You know,
thank you so much.
Yours is a climate tech company and FluxGen is a water management solutions firm. So if you could sort of tell us how big this opportunity is and what are the services that you have on offer?
See, water, as you know, is a fundamental to every business, right? And today businesses are in massive and imminent risk because water scarcity has hit everyone, right? And industries have to scrape in their share of water from everybody, whether it's agriculture or residents. So it is as big as almost a $50 billion business only in industrial and commercial itself, right? If you look at it. And yeah, I mean, our goal is to make our industries de-risked from the water crisis, achieve water sustainability and get financial returns and make sure that they actually thrive in their business without worrying about water as a risk.
Right. You know, speaking about, thriving in their business, you've raised this 28 crore rupees and you will use it to primarily scale your AI and IoT power management solutions. So if you could take us through the kind of tech edge that you have, especially, with AI growing and more services being available and what you have new on the anvil.
See, water today is not really measured, right? If you don't measure, you can't manage. So what we do at FluxGen is not just take the data from the measurement. We use AI and data science and satellite imagery, all of these things to actually enable industries to take the wisest decision in water. And basically water from water flow meter, water level sensor, water quality sensor, energy consumed by water infrastructure. We use our GenAI platform to exactly tell what an industry have to do when in any situation, right? Today, there's a huge short of labor force in water sector. I mean, there are a lot of people in various sectors. Water as an industry, you don't have seasoned professionals. Through our Gen AI platform, our customers are able to use this platform to get exactly what action to be taken. And eventually this data that is coming from all our sensors and various places that we take the data and it feeds into our GenAI eventually leads to some kind of a marketplace in water sector. That would be our long haul. But today we enable our customers to do this, right? And with this fundraise, already have about 100 plus customers across. I mean, companies like Tata Group, Aditya Birla, Care Hospitals, Microsoft, we have a global service agreement. So we want to scale across the country and of course, Middle East Africa, which is one of our priority geography, where we will expand. And we are also working on the other products which align to our industrial needs, which are again a data-oriented AI products to help them positive goals.
Absolutely. Speaking about the clients you mentioned to us, you named all the big clients that you're currently working with, both in India and across as well, internationally, and you're looking to expand there. But if you could tell us, you work in water-heavy sectors currently. If you could tell us what those are that you currently work with and the new ones that you're looking to enter.
See, the companies like Tata Steel, I want to quote an example from Tata Steel, where they actually were able to utilize our solution in their mines and were able to reduce their water withdrawal by 50%. And their actually water consumption in plants was reduced by almost 26%. So the companies which are in metals and mining, food processing and beverage, textile, apparel, all these consume significant amount of water. These are our major focus. Over and beyond, we are also being able to help large hospitals, which are across the country. And now we are also doing hospitals in Middle East and Africa as well, where they consume significant of water. And the cost of water in Middle East and Africa is significantly high, considering the fact that they use desalination, which is more expensive way of getting water. So our goal is to expand in these territories and also focus on territories where water is actually scarce and also very expensive, considering the way they extract water.
Right. And if you could take us through, your revenue model currently and the kind of revenues that you're currently clocking and the targets that you've set for yourself for 2025.
So we are actually clocking about 10 crore revenue, close to that, and closing this year. And we are our goal is to hit around double down on it, 2.5 times, and eventually reach the 100 crore mark in less than 3 years. That's our goal. Considering the fact that we have companies like Tata Group, which have already have multiple sites running, you want to go after the entire group, and the companies like Microsoft, which are actually the only Indian startup to have this. Master service agreement for water replenishment pledge. You want to go after global trillion-dollar companies which have similar pledges on water. You want to partner with them, like how we've done with Microsoft.
Right. And if you could sort of tell us, you pointed out all the companies that you're looking at expanding into and you want to reach 100 crore rupee mark in within 3 years. If you could sort of tell us, apart from the Middle East and Africa, are there any other markets that you're looking at? And what's the, revenue mix going to be going forward? Will India remain your primary market? And where do you hope the geographical revenue mix to be in the coming year?
See, India is very important, of course, considering the fact that India has water crisis. But the solution that we have developed in India is actually applicable globally. So our goal is to make a platform of choice for our global clients, right? So initially, India is going to be a significant share, but as we move for next 2 to 3 years, we see almost 50% of revenue coming from abroad, right? And next year, of course, we are doing some pilots in the US and the Europe, and we are looking at success stories built in Europe and the US to understand how we can actually go after specific verticals. So we are the 0 to 1 journey in the US. So we would definitely like to get market signals and double down on the US market, because US has actually been in major water crisis. If you hear, California is and has been have a decade of drought, close to a decade of drought, right? And so there's a significant impetus on reducing water consumption by industries. And hospitals is another area where they consume significant of water and also contaminate the environment. So management is just not only about reducing consumption, also managing the treatment of water. So digitization cuts across all the sectors, right? And we've been able to use even satellite imagery to understand the data of water in various aquifers and surface, further help us understand the water stress in a region and help industries around those regions. So that way the product expansion will help not just within the fence, over and beyond the fence as well.
Absolutely, Ganesh. All right, we're completely out of time, but thank you so much for joining us on the show, and we wish you all the best going forward.
All right, with that, it's a wrap from both Arundhati and me, Shruti, on this edition of Startup Street. More news and updates coming up on the other side. Stay tuned.